Sir, yes sir, we finally here, y'all. We finally here. The launch of Hustle Comics and Hustle Man the Superhero. Starring me, Hustle Man, and my homeboy Pro. But look, cuz, this ain't your average comic or cartoon series that you're used to. Yeah, you'll get your everyday, stop the villain, the planets versus planets, and aliens flying around. You'll get this regular superhero talk, but also we tapping into history. We're going to give you the Steel City, when the Steel City was the steel mill city and it was flourishing. And after those glory years, we're going to give you the pack and steel part of the Steel City. There's two sides to that coin. This takes place in 1994, where drugs and gangs collide.
Woke up murder on my mind. Guess what I'm going to do today?
So being able to dissect that is going to be interesting. Think Thor meets The Wire. And that's what you're going to get with Hustle Man the Superhero. The comic, the cartoon, and the miniseries.
Yo, what the hell are you wearing, Christian?
New merch alert! New merch alert!
Oh man, are you serious?
Who's the papa?
Are you freaking serious? You're really trying to bring us to hell, man. You really trying. Oh
New
man,
merch alert! Straight.
Hey.
Wait, right around the corner from Easter. New merch alert!
Who's your papa?
You want to be the buzz of your family reunions? Get these, man. These is what's gonna. You said Bree should have sent you. They might treat you good, but right here, look, you can't. This is straight eye candy right here.
Yo, Papa, I just want to see the faces when you walk into the house or to the church. They be like, "What the? In God's name?"
I might. I don't know. I'll definitely wear it to a real Catholic house, but I don't know if I'll wear it to a Catholic church. That might be, remember yesterday, as we were getting interviewed, that might be crossing the line a little bit in the disrespect sign. But in a Catholic house, I'll definitely do it, man. Because it's just me. Listen, what better way to introduce your faith than with this fucking shirt right here, brother?
Let me know how that plays out for you outside, man.
You know what? Between me and you know what? This is between me and you. I'll probably record the situation.
You better.
I placed an order for a GoPro, so I might put a GoPro on my thing.
Wow.
Just clip it right there, clip it, and just because you want to see people's natural reactions, which is going to be
people are not going to confront you right away. Either they're going to think one or two things. Either this guy is the next coming of the Pope, or I'm in hell. Yo, oh man,
give me a sec. I'm hype, bro. I'm hype.
Oh man,
I'm hyped because the DJ EFN interview. I'm hype.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, you're probably gonna see this episode after the DJ EFN interview, but I can't stress how. What a stand-up guy, what a gentleman, a true professional, like really nice, man. It's the first of two interviews. The first one we just shot, and then the next one we have it probably like in a month or so. But what a true gentleman, man. He just real gracious with his time, his stories, and just a wealth of knowledge when it comes to this podcast game. You could only help to be as half as successful as he has. And he shares a lot of knowledge, and so really lucky that we stumbled upon him and that he was gracious enough to come on our show.
And that's what gets me about him, Lo, that he dropped some very important jewels to us. He's so down to earth, humble human being. Like, I'm super appreciative of Tito Nilda. Take a shot.
Tito Nilda. Make sure the baby's sleeping before you take that shot.
Listen, before I fucked up. Happy birthday to my younger brother, March 1st.
Sammy.
His birthday. Sammy, God bless you. Many more. I love you. And March 2nd was my oldest daughter. God bless you, Mamita. Happy birthday. Many more.
God bless.
The
God bless.
the check is in the mail.
It's very small. It's very small, but it's in the mail.
Don't cash it till the 15th.
Yeah. Oh, Chris, let me introduce us. My name is Lou, and you're listening to the Breeze Shooters podcast show. I'm joined by my very good friend, Papi in Brooklyn. I got my boy Chris joining me. And you're listening to the Breeze Shooters show. This is the show where we bring you news, polka. What was it saying? It's been so long. News, sports, polka. News, sports, polka, and everything in between. Sorry,
We're not betweeners. It's been a minute. It's been a minute for real.
Yeah, we normally we record from the studio, but now we're remote. Man,
nipples are hard.
Yeah,
my nipples are hard.
Chris. With that being said, let's introduce our guest today.
This is Egyptian silk, motherfucker.
Hey, today, man, for you comic heads and animation folks, we got a real good guest, man. We got the founder of Hustle Comics, Brandon Doswell. He's going to come and talk about his animation company, the premiere of the movie that he has dropping this week. And he's going to tell you where you can find his stuff, really cool stuff. And it seems like it's catered for brown and black folks. So I'm really excited to get him on. And with that being said, let me bring Brandon in.
Lou, you on fire. You getting fired. Lou, I got to give it up to where I got to give it up to, man. You've been on fire lately, getting these interviews, man. I don't even want to say, because then your head gets swells up even more, man.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up,
my man? So I want to make sure I'm saying your name right. Is Brandon Doswell?
Yep.
All right, welcome to the Breeze Shooters show. My name is Lou. This is my co-host Chris.
Thanks for having me. What's up, Chris?
What's up, Pa?
So Brandon, let's start, man. Tell us a little bit about your animation company, how it got started, who's involved, and what you got going on.
Okay, so the animation company is called Hustlecomic, and it started out from it actually being just like a comic book that we were going to do. So I was like sketching and stuff like that. I always sketched my whole life and drew characters and things, and I was always recording things in my mind, like the whole time I'm growing up. And like, so looking back on it, it kind of feels like I was supposed to be doing this, because I always had the same stories, and me and my boys got wild stories that only us could talk about. And we're like, man, this needs to be made into people always saying stuff, into a movie. This needs to be, and it's like, man, so having an opportunity to be able to do it is cool. But yeah, Hustle Comics is based on Phil City, which is the city I'm from, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
PA, what's up?
Yeah, shout out. And in my borough in particular, Homestead, is where like the main steel mills were, with Andrew Carnegie and all that stuff back in the day when they first built like the steel industry. So we use steel as that driving force, as that that high value mineral. I relate it to vibranium per se, so gotcha. When they need that power source to kind of say pause for their home planet. And because their home planet's dying, the home planet Esther. So they're coming from Esther to Earth, and they being H, short for Hustle Man, and his partner / protector, short for Pro. So H and Pro come to Earth looking for the steel to take back to their home planet because it's dying.
Wow, that sounds really good. Quick question though. So did you start off making comic books first, or it was always straight animation?
So that it's not my background. I just like stuff.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So when I had the idea came to me at like 4 a.m. I woke up and grabbed my phone and just started typing about this character Hustle Man. And then so as you can see on my shirt, there's no E. So the company Hustle itself, HUSTL, there's no E, because if we put an E on this, then the word will be finished. So we don't even finish the word because the hustle is never finished. You feel me? So we really made our brand behind something like that to strive to keep going. So kind of laid out the bones for what we wanted to be and then when I'm typing, it's literally it's dark. It's 4 something in the morning. It's this guy that he's probably 7 people that I know mixed together. You know what I mean? That's who he is. And then his partner Pro is also a bunch of people mixed together. So all of the stories, for the most, I don't think I just made up something out of my mind yet. Gotcha. You know, so when I'm doing these comics at first, it's all dialogue, and they're just it's more about what am I trying to say? Like on the surface, I don't want to get it caught up to where it seems like it's just like a street cartoon. It just takes place in the 90s, in a time in the city when it was lit like that. But when I'm doing the comic, I'm thinking of, you know, any of the other classics when, you know, they're coming from somewhere else and then they're dealing in this foreign place that we know to be as regular as our bodies itself. So we don't see Earth as something special. Meanwhile, we're up here with everybody else. We're actually in what we would call space per se. You know, so my mind was kind of resting in this sci-fi space at first when it's about the comic. So when I drew the first season, but it was like a drawn out, it was thick. So that season could have been, the first episode, that episode could have been a season, because I just had so much that I wanted to put into it. And then I realized, like, wait a minute, man, there got to be a better way to, you know, get this across. So when the opportunity came across to be able to do this, I was excited. Like, all right, cool. Now we can spread this out. This is a series. It's going to be this episode. Cool. That'll be in the next one. That'll be in the next one. And we do the spinoff over here for this. So it was a gradual process, you know, to go from the comic to the cartoon and stuff.
Hey, Brandon, real quick, how much weed do you got to smoke to come up with these ideas?
Man,
I'm fucking with you.
Listen, my mind.
No, not for nothing, man. Not
4
for
o'clock
nothing,
in the, you said 4 o'clock in the morning. I could just see you, you know, coming off a nice high. Be like, yo, I got some shit right here. I'm gonna write down some shit.
The greatest ideas. You know,
exactly.
I've heard some greatest ideas coming through. That's when the creative juices is flowing, man. When you hit the good stuff, brother. Yeah, listen. I don't listen. I love it, so I'm not.
But look. The crazy thing is this: like, your mind's gonna go further in a dream.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
like,
right.
I woke up at 4 a.m, like I was late for school, and I woke up trying to grab my phone. Like, man, like I gotta get it out of here.
You gotta put it on paper. You gotta put it on paper or wherever. Yeah. I understand. And it's right. The dreams are gonna push those boundaries where when you're in a woke state, you'll get there, but the dream is gonna push those boundaries a lot quicker. So it's fucking awesome that you were able, because sometimes, listen, how many times you wake up, I had a dream, and you only remember like half the dream or part of the dream.
No, that was smart. That was smart on your part, Brandon, because a lot of people don't write it down. So that was real quick thinking on your part.
Right. Definitely, I agree. I can't even. A lot of times I wake up like, man, that dream was dope. What was that dream about?
Yeah. I hate that. I hate that.
So Brandon, so take us back to the how you create this. So now you have an idea. So I'm pretty sure you're writing down the storyline, and then you do the animation, or is it the other way around? Do you draw the character, then the story? How does it work?
Okay. So it's been somewhat of a rotating process. So the first the first 2 episodes, I went like mainly off of the comic, because the comic was just about done. I'm gonna put it out like way down the line, way later, and we'll do a comic before then, but that one in particular, because that's like the grail, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just leave up.
Okay.
I'll put that later. But I was going off of that. We were doing the scene, so we would like just, you know, go to the next page, because we had it on the computer, so we would just flip over like, no, we still got to do that scene, and then so it was laid out like that. After that, I started writing kind of like notes. What I don't do is write it fully and lock it in, because something always comes and it's like, oh, you know what would be dope right there? No, let's put this right in there. So I always kind of leave a little bit of room before, you know, just uploading the full scene.
What do you have a background in animation, like computer animation, or like do you use a third party company and give
I
them
use
the
a
idea?
third party. Yep, I use the third party. But the crazy thing is, what they enable me to do or allow me to do, whatever enable, I create the characters, and they already have the scene and the template set for me. You know, I don't do that. I don't do coding, but
Gotcha.
storytelling and being able to tell stories with having a background in, like, I guess you would call like freestyle drawing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Then so like all the characters I created so the character in me looks like me, and the character of Pro looks like my partner Mook. Matter of fact, most of the characters look like them, but what I didn't want to do is make it them, because at any given time, like as this thing grows, we can find somebody that looks like me. I can step out the way. We can find a hustle man to step in here and do that. And it being a relatable looking character, anybody can kind of fit the bill, as opposed to it being me. Then it's a new face altogether, and then it's like, oh, nah. So yeah.
Got you. And with the animation, is it your voice or you guys are using somebody else?
No, this is my voice, and so I'm a little light Eddie Murphy on there, yo. I got a couple.
Yo, listen, no, Brandon. Before we go on, I saw the trailer. Yo, that's straight fire. I said, yo, I gotta get you on, man. It is. I was almost bothered that more people don't know about this, because it's amazing. And I was telling my man, I said, yo, we got to get him on. This is amazing. It's going to take off. I guarantee you it's going to take off, because you got such a good quality product. And that's why I asked you the voice, because I didn't see it enough times for your voice to kind of like stay in my head.
Okay.
But it's well done, man. And I really see big things for you, man.
So the funny thing about this, and man, we got to come back on. I got to get my partner Mook on here too. He's our creative director.
I'm sorry, who's Mook? I got BD Das.
That's me.
Dion, Malachi and Dion.
Malachi is Mook.
Mook, okay, got you.
Yep. Dion does promotions and things like that for some marketing for us.
So that's the whole team right there. You three guys, you take care of everything.
That's the core team for that. But then I have like different jobs and things that I sublet that I delegate.
Subcontract, yeah. You subcontract.
Chris, we're dealing with a real businessman here.
No, he's not fucking around.
Yeah, man. And that's something I learned. That's something that I learned that you got to be able to do, because otherwise you'll get bogged down and you'll do the small things and the big things, and you have to have your mind on, what you need to do.
Creative space, yeah.
So you assign certain roles to people and assign a role to yourself too, and hold them accountable, hold yourself accountable. That type of thing.
Smart. That's
but as far as to get back, what you were saying, Lou. Look, though, when we was doing these voiceovers, all right. So on our Discord channel, Hustlecomics Discord, we're going to put a lot of the bloopers up when we're recording. When we do these, it takes 5 takes each time, because it's too funny. You know what I'm saying? Right. So no, it's wild. So I think that'll be like its own separate channel, own separate page that we'll do, because it's not even messing up to us no more. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, well, that's going to be in the blooper file. We're going to save that, put that over here, and then we're going to save the ones that work, upload that, then that goes, that made the traveling squad. But the bloopers, they're their own Suicide Squad themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's very like it's stuff. I do my voice. Man, hit me back after this is over, later on today, whenever y'all watch it again or something like that. And let me know if you can figure. I don't want to say the other voices that I do yet. But
no, definitely.
Man, whoever can guess some joints, I'll send them a T-shirt. They can say, no.
No, your work actually it has a Boondocks feels to it. It's edgy, it's cool, and it's very relatable, because your characters are the guys in my neighborhood that I can relate to, that are just funny as fuck, but they're on a mission to do something, which is funny.
Now let's get to that. Okay, so these characters are the guys in your neighborhood, right?
Uh-huh.
And so that means that, because this was like part of the driving force of me wanting to do this, the way it's done.
Okay.
So think about every time we would watch, I don't know, pick a superhero. He lands in the hood, and the dudes that's outside on the block, they're like, yo, what you doing here? He beat everybody up, punched everybody to the sky. Am I wrong for asking you, what are you doing here on my block?
I know.
What you doing here? Why did you punch my head off right after that? And that's what, so time and time again, I'm like, yo, these are real people. So now so what's going on in their lives? Let's go there. So then now in the story, sometimes when they're in the hood and something, like they'll just be like, yo, you see it, and then whatever they're dealing with, that will be happening, but then they'll see like the super extra activity happening too, and they're like, yo. Now if we knew their story and then he showed up and killed him, because that's what this is Superman, or pick one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He got a chain in his hand, you punch him, he go flying 1,000 yards, he's dead. You know what I mean? So that's how my mind works, you know what I mean? He's dead.
No, listen, man, that's how it is, man. With creativity, you got to push it as far as you could. And
Exactly.
I like what you're doing. You're not putting boundaries on yourself. You're willing to go to where other folks don't normally go, and that's why I think you have a really good product.
Have you, my bad, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Either y'all have seen, because I can't think of a cartoon that come off like that to where they really get into it, and it's like, man, the Connect still, the Connect got a boss, and he got to pay back him before he can get some more work and then put it in the streets over here, like stuff like that. Like I know that's not out there yet, but I know it exists in every. So y'all from, both y'all from Brooklyn?
Yeah.
All right, so y'all from Brooklyn and I'm in Pittsburgh, and we got the same idea about it. Like, man, this sound like the people in my neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly.
So exactly. I know the resonance.
So, so tell us about the movie premiere. So you were able to, I guess, put together a movie. Is it like, what is it, a full length feature film, or is it a short film?
So this is, so for the theaters, I put two. So the episodes are 30 minutes, right?
Okay.
And I'll put together either 2 episodes or like an extended episode, because I don't want them to be in the theater for 30 minutes. So so we'll do like 42 to 45 minutes on the screen in the theater, you know, and then you can compound that with, you know, whoever the sponsors are. So we'll run those before like previews, you know what I mean?
You definitely get up to an hour, because there's always, you know, when you go to the theater, there's 15 to 20 minutes of previews, and then the movie hits. So you in the right track right there.
And that last one was an hour. It was an hour 6. You know, so this time coming up, we're probably gonna do 40 something minutes. They might all end up turning to an hour. But either way it goes, so like the first 2 that we did, it was about an hour. We would show the previews of, who was it? We had real estate sponsor, car dealership, liquor sponsor, just different people coming together and all that. And then we go to their spot, shoot their commercial, shoot their video, whatever, put that out on social media beforehand, and run those before the actual movie. But this one coming up is going to be it's going to be in Pittsburgh also, and because I wanted to really tackle the market before I start, you know, traveling abroad and all that, because I do want to tour the joint in different theaters, period. It don't got to be in a movie theater, you know what I'm saying, just to put that out there. I want to get it to the point where, you know, no different than, you know, getting booked for a show. At the end of the day, if you want to put people in the seats and it's like, oh man, everybody thinks it's dope, we can bring this here. So, all right, so who I know from Brooklyn, all right, I'm reaching out to them, this artist, and I'm gonna put him in the episode, you know, and then kind of like tie in that the 2 cities, boom, boom, or when we do the one in the A in Atlanta, which we're going to do, same deal. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that whatever city I go to, I'm going to either include that city in the story or include an artist from their city into the series or into the episode. You know what I mean? Just to kind of bring that feel, you know. So
definitely smart marketing. This all sounds a little expensive. It doesn't sound cheap. Is it like, you know, paying the third party to do the animation, I guess hosting these events and stuff like that? Has it been difficult to manage that? Because I know when you're a creator, sometimes it gets really expensive. And if you don't have the sponsorship or the support, it could be difficult.
Yeah, it gets crazy. So I have this saying, and my saying is everything that I do is the craziest thing I ever done. And I mean it. So when you asked me before that I have a background, or when you asked me, I'm sorry, that I have a background in animation, I don't. So I did go to school for business stuff.
Okay.
So like the evolution of me coming out of school when I had a clothing store, and then we created a headphone company and went from the headphone company to animation. But I use the headphones in my animation, and we sell clothing.
Ah, my man, way to put it
Now,
together.
so it all comes around, But for this hair, so I planned for it. Excuse me, sorry. I planned for it, but I didn't plan for it to. I didn't plan to be here this fast to the point where we're like, yo, we're doing another episode, and before this is over, it's going to be here because we're talking to streaming services, or we're talking about different cities where we can premiere it at, things like that. I didn't expect it to go like that. But the crazy thing is, when you jump out there, things start to fall in line with it, So like, I'm not the one that's going to wait and see. Well, let me see how much we'll have first. I'm not like that. I'm going to be like, look, jump off the roof and grow your wings on the way down. And
Exactly.
that's just how it goes. So, but to answer the question, though, I reached out to my peoples first. Like, hey, man, look, this is what you want to do, or you have a business, so this is what we're doing. So let's come together like this. So then going from there to not just the small businesses, but maybe a larger business, and then you can get sponsorships from banks, from different insurance companies, things who kind of like to put their logo on things as staples. And not a lot of times, man, this is not necessarily for me. This would be for whoever is watching. A lot of times people, we look just in the neighborhood, and we might just go to the small shops on the Ave right there, and we might get 500 over there, 500 over there. Those are good too, because they help create, they help support and like that whole foundation. But then we forget that we can ask for a bigger number, because they got a bigger number that they want to use over here at whatever corporation, and they might not have the outlet or the avenue, but you got it. You got a podcast, and it's like, man, we will run this logo every day for 6 months if you give us this 10,000 or this 5,000 or whatever it is. So
there you go. Yep,
it's true.
That's kind of how I navigated it so far. It's just letting them know that we're, like I said, you don't got to do nothing. We'll shoot your commercial. We'll come there. We'll shoot the business, do a quick little interview, ask them a couple of questions, things like that. So that's kind of how I navigated it thus far. But yeah, it's going to get bigger, or excuse me, it's going to get more expensive because it's getting bigger.
Yeah.
As the more it grows, the more expensive it's gonna get. So basically, so you subcontract the animation part to a third party.
No, sorry, to be clear with that part, just in the beginning. So just so I only had to pay once, really. So any of the scenes, or I don't know how to say, like the boards per se that somebody would see, the different if they're in a cave or if they're walking down the street, all of those are preset and built. But after that, I have access to create the actual characters, the movements, and everything. So everything that you see them doing, I'm doing that. The only thing I didn't create and build was the framework, the behind the wall, the coding that you don't see. I didn't do that.
Exactly. So, but that's already paid for, and you can use it as many times as you want.
Yeah.
And you change the movement, the characters or whatever.
So the edits, all that. Yeah, I'm doing all that.
So Brandon, the manipulation of the characters, doesn't require coding. It's just a matter of punching a couple of keys and you could get the character to move.
Yeah, not for me. Now that the presets are in, it obviously required coding to make them do it, to have it as a set. So basically right now, if I'm talking, say my character's like this and he's just talking like this would be like a neutral way. This would be like a neutral face, a neutral set, but I can make him do like this, in whatever setting. I have that line, you know what I mean?
Got you. Oh wow, that's fly, man. That is really fly.
Kind of like if somebody knows, whenever you're making music or whatever, you might slide something across right here and say you want the sound to be right there, that type of thing, like stems and stems, putting stems together.
Got you. Got you. So at the last movie show, and I think you had almost close to 300 people. Do you have an anticipated number for the premiere that you're throwing now?
Oh, so I anticipate somewhere around that. Now, not the last one, the first one.
I'm sorry,
So,
yeah, the first one.
Yeah, the first one, it was packed out there. But then we didn't even, I'll get to the one upcoming, but we didn't get to start on time because when we got there, the file was corrupted. So I literally, no, hold on. I'm talking about I hop out the car, there's lights, camera, action going on.
Wow.
The posters and thing, people out here taking pictures. B, what's up? I'm like, oh, what's going on? I go, it's fly. We go walk. I can't get it out. I go walking in. I'm saying what's up to everybody. I go to the back to the guy who's running the spot, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna send you over the file or whatever, and then you can just upload it. We can be good. Boom. Now, earlier in the week, I went down there to make sure it played well on the screen and everything. I sat in there and watched it. Me and Mook went in there, Malachi. And watch it and everything. So boom, we're like, all right, cool. But the long story short, the problem that I had was the software I was using to like do my post editing and things like that. It couldn't hold everything I was doing. So some of the fragments fell out of it. So that was on me, really, But what I ended up doing was put it together while I was in the back. So while everybody's out in the front talking and doing whatever they're doing, I'm literally in the back up in the booth reattaching as if like I really put the whole movie back together back there in like an hour and a half. You must talk to people, go back. I swear it was crazy. Now some of them were rough edits though, and I told them, like, we came out on stage like, look, some of these are rough edits and I told them what happened. Everybody was cool and all that, but at the end of the day, I still wanted it to go how I wanted it to go. Although everybody was cool with it, I still wasn't all the way happy, but I was satisfied that we was able to get it off and people saw the perseverance. So I'm like, all right, from here, like, there's nothing that you're going to show me before movie time that's worse than that, because that almost didn't happen right there. So if it almost ain't about to happen again, that's not shaking me. We just want to figure out how to get it right and go from there, But to answer your question, as far as this upcoming one, this one we're doing a lot of promotion for. We're dropping an NFT next month. On top of that,
oh nice.
We're gonna run on the radio heavy. I'm gonna have all the cast do their own individual interviews. H and Pro, we're going to start to do a lot of our interviews through the cartoon character. I'm explaining what an NFT is in character as H. I'm doing a lot of those now just because we kind of want to get those figures and get those characters out there. You know what I mean? So we expect a nice turnout for that. And it's going to be at the biggest movie theater in the city. So.
Oh, nice, man. Nice. Hey, man, you're a bigger man than me, because I think I would have walked out the back door if the file didn't load. I'm like, I'm out here.
Hey, yo, look, I'm out there keeping everybody busy, talking and listening to that. I'm like, all right, I'll be right back. I go, the music's playing in my head. I go to that. Mook is sitting in the whole
in the theater?
He's sitting there, yeah. He's sitting there like this.
Oh God.
Get up. I'm like, what's up? He like, we can't show them, bro. I said, yes, we're good. I'm about to whatever. He's like, what's up? Like, are you for real? Yeah, I'm for real. I'm doing this. So
that right there, my brother. That right there is the meaning of your shirt, brother. That what you just did right
that's
there.
Hustle,
brother.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, shout out to him. Because at the end of the day, he puts in the work too. But he was ready. He was ready to
give up.
We're done. We're done. We're ready to call it.
Luke was like, I quit my job. I put it all in.
You said what? No, all I do is this, and you made it work. So it's listen,
guys refinance houses, took out second loans. Be like, what? It's not playing.
This is happening.
I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work.
So, how many episodes in total have you created so far?
We're on our third right now. So, now I've created like the bones of all the episodes, but I know that each So each time I start on the next one, I go and it's nothing like what I started it at. You know what I mean? Or as I fine tune it or whatever, it always turns out to be something different. But I have like the layout of what I want, and then as I get into it, I'll add and build onto it.
At what point do you think you'll shop it around, like to a Netflix or like a Tyler Perry Studios or something like that?
Right. Like halfway through the season, I already been moving around with it.
Oh, okay.
Already moving around with it. Halfway through the season, I think that. But what I'm doing, I'm only sending out trailers and different clips. So I didn't send the full episodes to anybody yet. And I think what I'm gonna do, I think by episode 5, I'll be comfortable enough to be able to show a variety of some things. Because since this is so new, it's not the same as like starting out the first season of Iron Man, and we know who Iron Man is already. We just want to see what the story's about. We got to give backstories on everybody, and you know what I mean, and keep it entertaining and funny, but it's still aggressive a little bit. You know, one thing that works for us though is that in this program, like I can't use like blood or weapons or drugs or anything, but all they're talking about is blood and weapons and drugs, like in certain scenes. But since you can't see it, but the dialogue is heavy like that, and the sound effects and the scene music, that it gives that vibe there. It gives that vibe without even actually seeing. When you look back at it, you don't see like somebody's head actually gets blown off and stuff like that. But they're talking about like, man, what just happened over there? And it gives the feel. You know, it opens the door also to make different, to do different mediums of the same cartoon. We can do like a Sin City grimy version if we wanted to, you know, or whatever. This is it's safe and aggressive at the same time.
Which is actually good when you're starting out, because you wanted to get traction, and you don't want people to write you off in the jump. So it's actually a good thing.
And all this bullshit with the cancel culture and all that bullshit, you know, you got to be careful how, you know, you got to, like you said, safe, but you know, strong. So it's the right way to go. It's the right way to go.
All right.
We had a conversation about something like that, and see, that's a problem, man. Like, see, man, I don't want to do this. All right, but okay. Let me do this.
Mook, it's gonna be all right. Mook, it's gonna be all right.
Mook, relax, Mook.
Mook is like, where's he taking us? God damn.
This motherfucker about to talk about the fuck is up.
He's gonna cancel us before we get started. Damn.
Hey, look. So we had did this scene where what happened? Okay, so to connect, he's at the restaurant, had the restaurant cleared out. He's a big dog. Him and his block captain, OG Mo, they're sitting at the table and they talking about whatever they talking about. So in the scene, OG Mo like, yeah, nah, I got a little white John, little white piece that got me. She got me through the door, boom, boom, boom. And he like, yeah, man, okay, cool. So he like, where Mara at? He like, nah, he's staying out the way up New King with some white chick or something. Like 3 times we noticed that he kept saying, yeah, nah, with this white chick. And we was like, is that too many white chicks? That's 3 white chicks in 30 seconds.
You went over the quota.
Man. And you need Mook for stuff like that, yo, because Mook is really like, he's technical like me in that aspect, but he's not me. So he has his own perspective. Gotcha. And when he's like, he's funny, he's too funny for his own good. So everything's a joke to him. So when he say that's 3 white girls in 30 seconds, that's like a white girl per 10 seconds. We over the white girl limit now. So, like that. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, man. Hey, listen, man, I'm real. Like I said, it was a true pleasure getting you on, because I like what you have. I like what you're bringing to the product, what you're bringing out there. I think it's going to do really well. But for our listeners and people tuning in, where could they find you? Where could they find out more about your product? Where could they, I guess, catch it, watch it, all that good stuff? If you want to share all your handles, please, now's the time.
Yes. Okay. So first things first, we started a new Discord channel. For people who don't know what Discord is, it's basically like a messaging app, but it's a place where, you know, it houses everything Hustle Comics, and primarily, you know, deals with the NFT that we're dropping as well, which is still Hustle. It's the character. it's H, his profile, PFP, for people who follow that stuff. But yeah, Hustle Comics Discord. I mean, everything's in there, from the origins of the characters, some of the utility or value that we're offering to our members and to our community is being able to potentially act in the cartoon. You can potentially write a scene or meet some of the cast themselves. So hop in the Discord, Hustle Comics. Also on Twitter, we just started a new Twitter, Hustle Comics NFT. And those are the main places where we're talking about NFTs. Hustlecomics.com, that is pretty much the universe that encompasses everything. Hustle, from the cartoon, the merches, like the shops are on there. We got our hemp rolling papers on there. We got the characters on the booklets.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, I think we got our custom furniture on there too. Yep, we do. And we put the scenes in tables and then like sealed it with epoxy with different designs over top. Is hard. So y'all can check that out. See all in the Discord, Hustle Comics Discord. Download Discord. IG, Hustle Comics. That's it. Yep.
Yo, that's what's up, man. Hey, man, listen, I need you to make a character of me and Chris, man. Me and Chris, we got to do something. We'll push it hard over here in New York. Super hard.
Listen, while I'm laughing at y'all, I got an idea, man. So look, all right. Saying it, I'm putting it out there and putting it in the universe. So one of the things that we just implemented last episode was a news team, right? And we're trying to make a super like wild, funny news team. And we got two characters, or two people that they actually have a podcast, and we brought them on. We didn't use their name, obviously, just to keep it click across the board. Yeah, we named it Hustle Sports in the Morning. So basically, they're like Anchorman. You know, if you ever seen Anchorman.
I like it. The movie.
But then something like it'll be like the 3, 2, 1 to be saying something wild, and then boom, they come back, and then yesterday it's up, and then they go right back to they crazy.
I like that a lot.
It's like having side conversations.
We need to talk about that more too. Matter of fact, we need to do something like, no, I ain't gonna go no more. But yes, I got ideas. I was about to go.
Listen.
I'll hit you up, man. I'll definitely hit you up.
We open for that, for all that, and also when the movie when the film is about to drop, you hit us up, and we got we'll do a little we'll throw it out there. We'll push it as much as we can over here, brother. I love seeing entrepreneurs. I love seeing this, and this is what me and Lou, besides the comedy of us on our side, we like to push the local and the guy that the small business, so that's basically what we do.
He's not gonna be small long, man. He's on his way.
No, I know, but you know what I'm saying. Just we're here, man. Whenever you need it, when you need to push something, product or anything, don't be afraid to ask us, bro.
Oh, y'all think I'm playing though? I'm reaching out. I'm gonna hit y'all up. We get off of here. We're gonna figure that out.
No, absolutely.
We there.
and before I forget, I know you said you were working on the character, like for character exposure. If there's anything you could share, so we could put up on our IG, our Facebook, and all our different platforms, just so folks can like kind of see the character and learn who he is. And as you're growing, it's just more cross marketing. And like Chris said, anything new pops up for you, please send it over, and I don't have a problem putting it on our page. All right, we'd love to share.
Thank you. Oh, I just realized that dude back there is not a real person with
no. That's my security. that's my oldest son.
He's back there just chilling.
just watching. Yo, my brother, it's been a pleasure, brother, man. Like I said, man, more power to you, man. God bless and much success, brother.
Yes, happy hustling.
Yes, sir. Like that.
Hey, tell Mook it's gonna be all right, man.
Yeah, tell Mook to relax. Yo, Mook, relax.
Be good, baby.
Later.
Take care. Oh man, that was cool. Chris, you got to see the animation though. It's actually really good. I'll share it with you.
Yeah, you told me you were gonna send me something. You never sent me something. You never sent me nothing.
Half the time you don't look at it. So
Three quarters of the time, but it doesn't matter.
I just gave 5 seconds back in my life.
I just like to have it here, so just in case, you know.